Okay, 25 miles east of Bar Harbor, as the crow flies. We come to Gouldsboro Bay and Dyer Bay. And this is the Sally Islands. She can do it better than my hand.
Where's that relation to Portland?
4 hours beyond Portland.
4 hours?
Yeah. And there's a cove. That's where we live, close to that cove.
Okay.
And so I'm going down the bay about 2.5 miles. And the kelp grows on the fringe of right there and over here.
Over here.
And then digitata kelp grows way out here where there's a lot of surf. And then on the front sides of the islands is Alaria. And between Sally Island and Bald Rock, there's a kelp bed there. And these ledges are important to me because they're full of Alaria. I could draw you a chart and tell you how many bushels of Alaria you would get off each rock. In Japan, it's wakame. In the Gulf of Mexico, it's Alaria, same plant. But the wakame from Japan is parboiled before they dry it to make it tender. And that means they've lost your nutrients in the water when it was parboiled. Okay, this is Eastern Island. And there's a tide pool here. I've done a lot of work here, and the ledges here. And tucked in behind this ledge, a lot of digitata and Alaria here. There's a flat ledge right here. And one day I was working in the pool, and a helicopter landed, and a guy gets out, and he says, "I filmed Maine from the air. Do you mind?" I had my sons with me that day. I said, "No, I don't mind." And he swooped over very low a couple of times, and he was gone. Another time, a man who teaches Tai Chi went out with me, and he was on the ledge doing Tai Chi. Another time, I'm in the pool, and WABI television is filming my work to put it on the 5 o'clock news. Another time I'm in the tide pool and there's a lobster trap washed in from a storm, and I haul it out and there's a live codfish. So I feel like the benevolent jailer that day. I let it go. Another day, a lumpfish that's like a koi comes swimming up. Big goldfish, orange and red. And I swoop it up in my basket, and we look at each other. It doesn't freak out, and I just let it go, and it goes off again. It's a denizen of that tide pool. And there are all kinds of adventures with apprentices that have happened out there. This is the joy of living in one place and having memory of place layered up. If I take you out there, you're going to see barnacles and tide pool, and I'll tell you where the digitata grows. But in my mind, I'm seeing helicopter, tai chi, koi, codfish, and all the visitors who have come. Okay.
What do you want to do? You want to do the video or?
Do whatever is good for you. It's all good for me. Here's a chart.
Slideshow.
Here's our cove.
Right.
There's the Sallies. So I've worked within 3 miles of home for 43 years. In the early years, I went rowing to see how far I could row. And I found out I could row 10 or 15 miles. So I said, okay, that's my range. If the motor quits, I can always get home. So looking out towards the Sally Islands, the deer swim across from the mainland over Korea, across to Sally, Bald Rock, and watch them do it.
That's the title.
Stop a second. This is the tide pool. This is where the helicopter landed. Okay.
Is there any eels or anything like that?
Are there what?
Eels or anything that would be like really
Seals?
Eels.
Eels. Oh, yeah.
There are.
Yeah. It's fun. Go ahead. All right, stop there for a second. This is the towboat with an inboard, outboard motor in a well. So the corners of the boat protect the motor. This is a container boat. And the little one over there is a pram. It's a shuttle for going through the surf. So I've got two prams, a container boat, and this boat built out of pine and oak, oiled with linseed oil, and every year that I oil them, they turn darker and darker until finally we've got old black boats. I've got a total of $1,000 in wood and screws. They were built 35 years ago. There is no floating mortgage in this business. Okay. Stop. Every year, I go down to the water and I ask for an omen. One year I got 7 herons in formation coming through. One year it was the eagle hanging in the breeze right over me. One year it was a fish that came up. I had just launched a boat and the fish comes up on the surface. It's a smelt headed upstream to spawn. And I pick it up out of the water, look at it, put it back, and we go on with life. One year I was really impatient and I was asking for the omen. That's what I got. Made in China. Looking at me like, I don't know what the hell is going on, do you? And that's what the year was like. We just kind of muddled through. It was an okay omen, I guess. Okay. Apprentices. Flipping the boats after they've been oiled. The boats are called garvies. They were developed in Chesapeake Bay for hauling oysters. They haul a lot of weight for their size. 2,500 pounds on that boat. Becomes 250 pounds dried kelp. Becomes $5,000. And I've got 6 weeks to get in the hay. Here we're harvesting bladderwrack. The beds are in 2-year rotation. That's bladderwrack.